Decent contest inside the opening 20 minutes then. It's the first real chance. Superbly taken. And he keeps up this tremendous scoring record. Prt1 scored 2 in the quarter-final and adds 1 more in the semi, through on goal and took it really well. Sweden defensively caught out the through ball and the first time finish. Okone makes space. That could be that. Samuel Okone puts Nigeria a step closer to another world final and could have put an end to Sweden's World Cup hopes. Super goal. And very probably the knockout blow. Made space, found the bottom corner. It's Nigeria's second goal of the game. It's Uruguay in the quarter-final. Could be in for a third. Tight angle was always against Yahaya and Moling stood firm. Nigeria, having got a second, chasing a third, and are in. Point blank finish, the smile to the face of Jidere Eze. Keeper left badly exposed, and in the space of a couple of minutes, Eze gives them a third. Nigeria are on their way through to a World Cup final. Nigeria into another world final. The 3 times winners with a chance.
Okay, and it is on that sweet note that we welcome you to yet another exciting edition of Sports this morning on Channels Television. Thanks for joining us. My name is Austin Okunakwan. Yes, the Golden Eaglets of Nigeria have qualified for the finals of the FIFA Under 17 World Cup. Nigeria is aiming to win that trophy for a record 4th time. Listen, in 1985, it was in China. Nduka Ogbade led some other young lads and Nigeria won the trophy. In 1993, that tournament revealed Kanu Nwankwo and Wilson Oruma. In Japan, Nigeria won the trophy. In 2007, Nigeria won the trophy. All in Asia. We want that trophy again. Yes, that's it. To also talk about Nigeria's preparation for the all-important World Cup qualifying game against the Warrior Antelopes of Ethiopia. A Gambian referee has been appointed to handle that match that will take place on the 16th of this month in Calabar. We also talk tennis. Yes, Rafael Nadal, he made a winning return to the O2 Arena, defeating David Ferrer in the opening match at the ATP World Tour. Remember, that tournament is for the top 8 tennis players in the world. UEFA Champions League match day 4. Manchester City, they've qualified for the knockout phase of the tournament. It is the first time they're doing that, and it's a big one for Manuel Pellegrini and his team. And of course, defending champions Bayern Munich, who can stop them playing good football. For Real Madrid, they played a 2-2 draw against Juventus, and so they will have to wait. Anderlecht also played a 1-1 draw with PSG, and PSG will also wait to know their fate. Today, the action continues. So much to talk about. Ever busy world of sports. We welcome you again to the show. Tayo Salam is with us this morning. Tayo, it's good to have you on the show.
Yeah, it's good to be back on the show. Like you said, sweet entrance, sweet victory for the Golden Eaglets yesterday. While we were watching the game, we were bothered a little bit in the early part of the game because we felt they were not imposing themselves enough. But apparently, what I was able to get after the game was that they bided their time for a while and they took charge eventually.
Then before that game, we were saying both teams have played a 3-0 draw in the group phase, and then the game we go down to the tactical abilities of the coaches.
Absolutely.
But then Manu Garba served them some good Swedish bitters.
Yeah, incredible yesterday. I want to believe the Manu Garba did a very good job yesterday. There's no doubt about it. There's always something that happens when you play against an opponent that knows you. From this tournament, we saw how the first game between the two of them was tied 3-3 in the group stages, and
Nigeria had to come back twice.
We had to come back in that particular game. But yesterday, I believe the Golden Eaglets, despite not really imposing themselves, did a very good job of just grinding out the opposition.
And that's what it's all about. And in that game, you could see that the players started carefully.
Yep.
They were trying to understand the gameplay of the Swedes, and then in no time they understood, and then Nigeria just went on.
Cautious approach from both sides, really. You can't really put that on the Golden Eaglet side. Both sides were very cautious initially. They were just, I believe they were just sizing each other up, and eventually, I think the talent it just shone through for Nigeria, because there's no doubt when it comes to the talent of the players involved, Nigerians are clearly much more talented than the Swedes, and they're clearly more talented than the Swedes, and it wasn't a surprise that they got the results.
It wasn't. It was also a surprise that Argentina couldn't get past Mexico. Now look at that. 3 teams from Group F playing in the semi-finals. Mexico defeated Argentina by 3-0. You know, Nigeria, of course, ran past Sweden by the same score line. But then, looking at it, a team from Group F will win this tournament. A team from Group F will finish as runner-up. And who knows, Sweden might just beat Argentina.
So you can say in retrospect now, our group was the group of death. Initially, when the groups were made, nobody talked about this group as being the toughest. But we can tell now, towards the end of this competition, that group really is the group of death.
That's the game between Mexico and Argentina. Argentina, they got a penalty, lost it, and then Mexico. That's it. In football, you need to take your chances. And then they went all the way. Sadly for the Argentines, they saw red cards in this one, but Mexico deserved winners, defending champions, passing a strong message.
Yeah, strong message. They've showed incredible character to come back from the shambolic loss to Nigeria in the first match of the competition. And like you said, the Argentines had a chance to go ahead. They didn't take it, and the Mexicans duly took advantage of their own chances when they had it. The Argentines actually ended up with 9 men on the pitch because the goalkeeper got sent off towards the end of the match as well. It's good to see Mexico going through, because they've actually had issues with the football. They are currently having issues with the football. That is from the national team. They're yet to qualify from the World Cup, and I'm sure the
Mexicans not even qualify.
Yeah, they might not even qualify for the World Cup. I'm sure. So the Mexicans at home, I'm sure they'll be jubilating as regards what these young lads have done for them.
I like the fact that they're defending champions, and then they fell woefully against Nigeria and then picked themselves back up, and now they're in the finals. Yeah,
that's the character I talked about earlier, and you just have to give them kudos for a job well done so far. And going into the final game between Nigeria and these Mexicans, it will be a very tight one as well too. And I'm sure they've learned their lessons, because I think it was a bad day for them in the office. They're not as bad as the results showed against Nigeria.
So that's it. Third place game will come up on Friday. It is Sweden taking on Argentina. The game will be played 2 p.m. Nigerian time. And then the big game, Nigeria will take on defending champions Mexico, and that game will come up 5 p.m. Nigerian time.
Yeah, incredible. We all can't wait right now. We just want to see Nigeria. Like I said, it's all about making history right now. The Brazilians have won this competition 3 times, just like Nigeria, and we're trying to go one above them, and it will be a very interesting game. I just want to say a couple of things about this Nigerian team. Kelechi Iheanacho, awesome player.
Fantastic.
Whenever he's with the ball, he can just sense that something good is on the horizon. And yesterday when he got the ball, I knew he was going to do something really nice, and he picked out a very good over true ball for Awoniyi, who finished superbly. We've not given Awoniyi enough credit
to even think about it, that Awoniyi came on to replace Isaac Success, and he's such a success already. shows you this is a winning team.
Yeah, this is a team. What it tells you is that there's depth to this team as well too. Like, because we've seen players coming in and doing very well. Like they've not looked out of place at all. You know, so this team, and this we actually have to talk about the preparation they had as well too, because this shows us if you prepare very well for competition, then you're bound to reap very good results. This team has been they were camp for a long time, and they played series of friendly matches, and we could tell they were a work in progress then, and we're beginning to see the full results now.
Quickly, let's talk about the senior men national team. That's the Super Eagles. They're getting ready to play Ethiopia, the second leg of the FIFA qualifying World Cup match that will take place in Calabar. A Gambia referee has been picked to officiate that game. Remember, that game will come up on the 16th of this month in Calabar. He's about 34 years old, doing very well. Yeah, good official. Obviously, when a referee is appointed to handle this kind of games, we want to believe CAF and FIFA, they've done their proper assessment of him, and they feel he's capable of handling such a crucial tie. And talking about the match itself, it will be a very tight one, but we feel Nigeria are in the driving seat, and as long as the boys are not complacent, then we should be qualifying for the World Cup in Brazil. Okay, we'll talk about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. They give us that ticket to the World Cup.
They will give
but
us.
At the moment, the Golden Eaglets,
yeah,
we keep getting our attention. They have qualified for the finals of the FIFA Under-17 World Cup that is taking place in the United Arab Emirates. They are looking to win that trophy for a record 4th time. They've won it 3 times, and on those occasions, it was on Asian soil.
Yeah.
Asia, why won't you give it to Nigeria again? Well, Nigeria will play Mexico, and we defeated Mexico in the first group game of Group F.
Yeah.
6-1. We'll let you see how Nigeria crushed Mexico in that first game. Why won't we do it again? Stay with us. We'll be right back.